sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside the It's interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So Nebraska's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jason.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to bring it back. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Might be changing the route. On third down, he drops the throw. Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, what a move. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Got it looking for the first down. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Huskers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Finds the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
7, Ohio State, 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quickly complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes are on the move. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. On a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And it's no good, and they're still down by 1. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Pulls it in. It's Kendricks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. They'll make the tackle, force the 4th down.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Running to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They want to throw it. Flips it out in the flat. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At midfield, he's got room. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Cornhuskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Pressure coming. He's got it wrapped up.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. The give to the tailback. Crosses to 40. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he found a space on the right. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to make magic on the scramble. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense gets set for second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what, you can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Shotgun snap on third down. He's going to throw deep right side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The Huskers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Hang on, Swoopy! The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. He's in open space downfield. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Caught in the backfield, it's McFadden. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The option look. He can't corral the pass. The ball's on the ground.
Concerned about it because this is why. Because they do have a tendency to fumble the football more. They don't work on those drills every day like running backs, taking care of that thing, wrapping it up, and you can see it there, and he coughed it up.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Just feeds the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the... Ohio's trying to defend. End zone. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
And at 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time defense played it great and the play went nowhere.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Keeps it on the bootleg. Might be looking to run. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know.
Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. You have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 30.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Finds his man open. There he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Huskers! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. This offense has it with really good field position. Wide receiver going in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. And the Buckeyes come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Quarterback floating away from pressure. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Look out, he's got room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?